Let's face it, folks, conflict is as inevitable as a telemarketer calling during dinner. Whether it's a political debate, a squabble over a parking spot, or just disagreeing on what to have for dinner, conflict is a part of life. We butt heads with family, friends, co-workers, and even strangers on the internet. The good news is, there are ways to deal with conflict constructively. The bad news is, we often choose the messiest options. Think of it like trying to fix a leaky faucet. You could try a simple wrench, or you could grab a sledgehammer and hope for the best. Spoiler alert: the sledgehammer rarely ends well. There's a spectrum of approaches, and some are definitely more effective than others. When it comes to conflict, talking is rarely a bad idea. In fact, it's usually the best course of action. Imagine two friends arguing over a borrowed lawnmower. One's fuming about a broken blade, the other's swearing it was fine when they lent it. Now they could stew in anger, letting resentment fester. Or they could sit down, like civilized human beings, and talk it out. Maybe the blade was old and broke unexpectedly. Maybe the borrower accidentally hit a rogue sprinkler head. The point is, communication opens the door to understanding, compromise, and ultimately, resolution. Think about historical conflicts like the Cold War. Decades of tense negotiations and back-channel dialogue, while not always perfect, helped prevent a global nuclear war. That's a pretty compelling argument for talking things out, wouldn't you say? Sometimes direct dialogue isn't immediately possible or productive. Emotions might be running too high, or the parties involved need time to cool off. That's where separation comes in. This doesn't solve the conflict, but it can prevent it from escalating. Imagine a married couple having a heated argument. They agree to take a temporary break. One goes for a walk, the other reads a book. This allows them to calm down and approach the issue later with a cooler head. Separation is like hitting the pause button on a pressure cooker. It's not a permanent solution, but it prevents things from exploding. Section 4. The nuclear option. Elimination and its dire consequences. Now we arrive at the most extreme method: elimination. This involves completely removing one party from the equation, sometimes through force or coercion. In certain situations, elimination might be seen as a necessary step to resolve a conflict. And it is, when it comes to self-defense. However, history is littered with examples of elimination backfiring spectacularly. Genocide, dictatorships, and countless wars all stem from the belief that eliminating the opposition is the solution. Section 5. Choosing dialogue. The path to peaceful resolution. So there you have it, folks. 3 ways to handle conflict, ranging from the sensible to the downright destructive. While separation has its place as a temporary measure, and elimination should be avoided at all costs, dialogue reigns supreme. It's not always easy, and it requires patience, empathy, and a willingness to listen. But in the end, talking things out is the best way to bridge divides, find common ground, and hopefully emerge from the conflict with a better understanding of ourselves and each other. Remember, folks, we're all in this together. Let's try to resolve our differences like civilized human beings, not like a pack of rabid raccoons fighting over a discarded pizza crust.